Tell your truth however you choose, and do it all for the sake of the song. Yeah, hitchhiking, bus riding, rental cars, living rooms, coffee houses, rundown bars, and 10,000 people all alone under the stars. It's all for the sake of the song. And there's a man who wrote your cheating heart. Now he's lying through his toe, and he plays it on a stolen harp. It's soaked in 100 proof. And there's one who might be happy before the writer's curse. She lost the crowd's attention by the 42nd verse. And it's a traveling salesman, the girl next door, from the empty room to the third encore. Less is less until more is more, and it's all for the sake of the song. And there's a young man on the marquee. Yeah, he's the son of some well-known. And his father bought the tour bus so he could strike out on his own. And there's the brooding contradiction. Yeah, he's holding Van Gogh's ear, and he's taped it to his guitar in the hopes someone will hear. His black berets and nudie suits, the next big thing, oh, getting back to your roots. High tops, flannels, or duct tape boots, and it's all for the sake of the song. There's a legend, yeah, there's the best that's ever been. And there's the voice of a generation who won't pass this way again. And there's record deals and train seals and puppets on a string. And we're all just trying to figure out what makes the cage bird sing. It's lights, camera, on with the show. Lifetime to get ready, now go, okay, go. Oh, where it all ends, nobody knows, but it's all for the sake of the song. So if you know about his business or your front page news, folk, rock, country, old Delta blues, tell your truth however you choose, and do it all for the sake of the song.
Hey everybody. Alright, I think this is working. Sorry. Technology and me. It's not. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to Alone Together Tuesday, episode number 25. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. If you got anybody that you think would enjoy watching the show, please go ahead and share it with them, or you can just call them up the old-fashioned way and say, "Hey, Hayes is on. Let's go watch him together." Anyway, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. And here's to you. Happy Tuesday. Just a little nip to get things going. All right, we got all kinds of things planned for tonight. I've got some covers I want to pull out, some old songs I want to do. My wife's going to join me to sing some in a little bit. And yeah, like that. So for now, let's just start by playing this one. All my tame and all my wild, all my man and all my child, all my faults and all my scars, all my sometimes lucky stars, all my joy and my regrets, all my old guy clock cassettes. I knew the night we met, you'd get it all. All my lows and all my highs, all my truth and all my lies, all my rights and all my wrongs, all my from down love songs, all my future, all my roots, all my worn out cowboy boots. I kick off in the hall, you get it all. And I'd rather drive you crazy, being more than you can stand, than to let you fall in love with half a man. And all my cards are on the table, and darling, it's your call. I'm all in, so lose or win, you get it all. All my will be, all my was, all my cloud of Texas dust, all my humble, all my bragging, all my on and off the wagon, all my be your place to hide, all my always on your side. I'm gonna catch you when you fall, you get it all. And I'd rather drive you crazy, being more than you can stand, than to let you fall in love with half a man. And all my cards are on the table, and darling, it's your call. But I'm all in, so lose or win, you get it all. All my sunset, all my dawn, all my belly hanging on, all my breath until it's gone, you get it all. Yes, you do. All right, you get it all. That's a song I did on Patreon. It's over there if you're into that, if you like that song. There's a full band. My friend Jed Hughes produced a track for me, a couple tracks for me. And that's one of them. He did a great job. And yeah, that's a song I wrote with Craig Wiseman, who has written like 40 number one songs, or 50. I'm probably underselling it. He's written a lot of great songs. He wrote It Ain't Easy Being Me with Chris Knight. It's one of my favorite songs. The Cowboy and Me with Tim McGraw. Anyway, a bunch of great stuff. And he's just a fun guy. Really fun character, Craig Wiseman. So, yeah. All right. Well, Welcome in, everybody. I'm sorry, it always takes me a minute to like kind of get my groove here. There's like so much technology and there's no audience, so I'm always just like trying to figure out what I'm doing. So thank you for bearing with me for the early minutes here until the bourbon kicks in and I feel a little more at ease. But yeah, I'll try this here. Well, I wake up in the morning, long and lean, stopping at the corner, cigarettes and gasoline, falling down Main Street, shifting through the gears, rolling up that highway they've been working on for years. One eye on the sunrise, one eye on the clock. Come tomorrow morning, Lord, I'm gonna make it down to Little Rock. Yeah, I searched through LA County, the valleys and the stars, the Rio to the bow, all them honky-tonks and bars. I felt you in Seattle, driving through the rain, raining through New York City, just a calling out your name. For all these years of searching, I finally found my spot. Oh, one way or another, Lord, I'm gonna make it down to Little Rock. And all my life I tried to find a piece of this earth for my peace of mind. All these years of searching let my troubles disappear. I'll maybe find a place where we can sit and drink a beer. Have a pack in 7 hours, put up on the shelf, singing to the radio and talking to myself, screaming through the forest, magic on my soul. 90 miles an hour on the cruise control. I'm blowing by the truckers, the grandmas and the cops. Oh, what's your hurry, son? Was just that I'm on my way to Little Rock. Baby, get ready, trouble's on his way. Only thinking about you every night and every day. Tell all your other lovers, forget about the past. Ain't even gonna worry, cause this time it's gonna last. I'm coming round the corner, ain't even gonna knock. Hey, hey, pretty baby, here comes your daddy down a Little Rock. Yeah, Little Rock. Excuse me. Sorry. Singing about Arkansas makes my throat hurt. I guess. I don't know what that was. All those cigarettes back in the day. Sorry. Didn't hydrate enough, I guess, today. Yeah. Anyway, Little Rock. That's a song I used to drive my 1984 Volvo. I guess I had a Volvo for a couple years until it washed away in a hurricane. Up to Arkansas from Houston, and I had no AC. And had a tape deck, not a CD player. Yeah, would just roll the windows down, chain smoke, sing songs, listen to the radio. Yeah, I made that trip many times. Anyway, I just saw somebody left a comment about a show. We just announced a show yesterday, I think, down in Austin. I got a gig. at the Long Center along with Luck Reunion, which is Willie Nelson has a town. He has his own town. It's called Luck, Texas, and they throw a festival, and which got canceled this year because of the pandemic. I don't know if y'all heard. There's this thing going around. It's causing problems. Anyway, they combined to put on a concert series, and I'm playing November 8th with John Moreland. But anyway, I announced it at 2 o'clock yesterday when they told me to, and at 2:01 it was sold out, and I don't think that's, I don't know what that means. If there's only like 10 tickets to the thing, or I think they had a lot of like season ticket buyers and things like that just took them up on all of it. Anyway, so, but I felt bad telling people, hey, here's a show you can go to, and then it wasn't. It was gone. Yes, I would like my own town as well. Am I on YouTube tonight? Yes, I believe so. I think so. Sorry, I'm answering questions. Last week just turned into basically, it was like Oprah up in here. I just was talking more than I was singing, and I was okay with that. I don't get to talk to many people besides my wife, and she's heard all my stuff already. She's heard my stories, definitely heard all my jokes. So this is therapeutic for me. Sometimes I might just start going deep, sharing all my issues. I'll have to make it a couple times a week. All right. Well, let me have another nip and get settled in here. I've got a couple songs I'm really excited about playing. Some covers that I just love. I love both of them. Let's see. This first one is a Fred Eaglesmith song. And I met Fred back in 2002. This is, if y'all got a minute. Sometimes, life can take you in strange directions. I had a friend named Donnie Corville. I have a friend named Donnie Corville. Lives down in Beaumont. His brother Big Rich. Anyway, Donnie used to come out and watch me play music at Bob's Sports Bar and World Famous Grill. My first gig. I've told y'all about it before. And we became pals, and he invited me to this festival in Bellows Falls, Vermont, that was put on by a guy named Charlie Hunter, and it was based around Fred Eaglesmith. And there were a lot of other bands. I think Slade Cleaves was there, and Chris Knight, and I can't remember who all was there. I ended up going like 7 or 8 years, so I'm not sure. I'm maybe getting my years mixed up. But anyway, I wasn't on the bill, but I had nothing going on in my career, and I thought it'd be cool to go up there, and they were gonna let me play like an open mic or something. So I got a ticket to Bellows Falls, Vermont, or to somewhere in the area, and then drove up. And got to play a show, and it went well. And they invited me to play another show, and that went well. And I ended up selling all my CDs and making some money. But more importantly, I made fans, a lot of whom are still with me to this day. Some of them became friends, but it was this really cool scene of Fred and his all great songs and his amazing stage presence. And then his band, who became good friends of mine, I ended up touring Canada with. And then this community of people. And a lot of those people had met, before they became Fred heads, they had met at the Jerry Jeff Walker events. The birthday, I think it's the birthday bash. And I just always thought that was really cool how this group of people sort of form their own community around an artist, and they were fans of him or her, and sort of that's how they came together. But then they created their own thing, and the artist was almost, I don't want to say an afterthought, but it was those relationships that they formed became the most important thing. And so I walked into this, and it was just really cool. It was really enlightening, and like I said, a lot of cool people and a lot of great music. And so, anyway, I ended up touring a lot with Fred and a whole lot with his band. They became my band for a minute. I mean, I would borrow them. I didn't steal them, but anyway, I'm gonna do a Fred song here that I always loved. He's got so many great ones, but this one, I'm gonna give it a shot. It's the first time I've ever played this, so we'll see how it goes. Well, I'm wilder than her. What else can I say? I guess that's why she fell in love with me. She's a house on fire. She's got all those charms, and I'm a house on fire too. But I got 4 alarms, and I'm wilder than her. Drives her out of her mind, and I guess that she thought she was one of a kind. She's a summer storm, and I'm a hurricane. One just blows through town, and one blows the town away. And I'm wilder than her. We go driving in our cars, racing through the night. She can drive as fast as me, but she stops at all the lights. She says it's 'cause I'm crazy. She's probably right, but I think the reason is that I'm twice as wild, and I'm wilder than her. It drives her out of her mind. I guess she thought that she was one of a kind. She's a summer storm, and I'm a hurricane. One just blows through town, one blows the town away, and I'm wilder than her. When she takes my hand, looks me in the eye, I see something that I've never seen in my life. She takes the fire and turns it down low. She takes the night and makes it not so cold. And she takes the distance and turns it into miles. She makes my life just a little less wild. I'm wilder than her. It drives her out of her mind, and I guess that she thought she was one of a kind. And she's a summer storm, and I'm a hurricane. One just blows through town, one blows the town away, and I'm wilder than her. All right, wilder than her. The great Fred Eaglesmith. He is one of a kind, and somebody that altered my career and my life in a lot of ways. Just going to that event that he threw. It's interesting because I wasn't really drawing anything in Texas, and so I figured if I'm not gonna have any fans in Texas, I might as well not have any fans and see the country, you know. So I started driving around, playing empty rooms and stuff, and it was fine. I was still having a good time. but when I got to that festival at Bellows Falls, there was like this community, like I was talking about, and they really embraced me, and it gave me hope. And my fans in the Northeast and some other places in Canada went from 2 people, 4 people to start having 20 or 30 people, which is a big difference when you're 2,000 miles from home. Those things are funny. Those choices you make in life that you can trace a lot of where you are at now to those moments. I wouldn't have met Corb Lund if I had not done that. Probably any of the Canadian friends I have, I wouldn't have the career I have or the life I have. So anyway, thanks to Fred, thanks to Charlie Hunter, thanks to everybody. Hey, there's Charlie Hunter right there. We booked Hayes and the Roots on the River, thanks to Donnie Corbo. Yes, Charlie, I was just letting them know, telling them the story about Donnie. And it's good to see you, brother. As long as we're talking about Donnie, another thing that he did that contributed to my life was we were sitting around a campfire at Fred Eaglesmith's Northern Picnic, which is in Southern Ontario, I believe, if I remember correctly. We were camping out, and Donnie played me a song. And when he was done, I said, "Man, who wrote that song?" That's one of those songs. I used to hear them a lot more than I do now, but every once in a while I'd hear a song that was just, it was so great. I said, I gotta. It's one of those songs that like you could live off of. Like if you wrote that, you have some secure place in history as a songwriter, I think. And he said Scott Nolan wrote it, and so I decided to cover it. So let's give it a shot here. Arkansas, my head hurts. Yeah, I'd love to stick around and maybe make it worse. But I got a girl out in Henrietta, and her love is like tornado weather. And it's girls like her that keep me trying. She goes off like an air raid siren. Come in clean, leave torn apart, with a bad liver and a broken heart. With a bad liver and a Indian summer, Oklahoma sunset. If there's a nicer place, I haven't been there yet. I'm standing outside of the blue door, too tired for sleep and too drunk for more. And it's nights like these that keep me trying. A woman always knows when a man is lying. It ain't me, I'm just playing a part, with a bad liver and a broken heart. With a bad liver and a I'm gonna get old before I'm any good at this. Who's the president and what year is this? How doesn't anybody speak about truth anymore? Maybe that's what songs are for. You're the wind and I'm on fire. In this line of work, no one retires. Come in clean, leave torn apart, with a bad liver and a broken heart. 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 All right. Scott Nolan. And we have a guest. Can't see her, but you might have been able to hear her. Allison just walked in. We actually have two guests because she brought Willie.
Of course.
The Chihuahua.
I hardly ever go anywhere without Willie.
Let me see if I can get you in here.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, I would like for you to. It's strange. I can't see you. It's like I have. Oh shit! I'm crushing my vinyl. That was not good. Will you please?
It's
will you
like
come?
some hipster version of the Daddy, you're crushing my cigarette.
Daddy, you're crushing my cigarettes.
Sorry.
That's a terrible joke, but I can't remember the set. I remember the punchline, but not the
I
setup.
don't either.
What's
It's
the
awful.
what? Yeah, I'm not even gonna try and remember it. Okay, some kind of redneck trailer park aimed joke. Will you come slide over here,
Okay.
maybe with me?
Okay.
Everybody, please welcome to the stage, Amo. You know where you love her, Miss Allison Moorer.
I thought you almost pulled that out from under.
I almost did. I wasn't thinking. I'm all over the place. I almost started that song. I almost said, "I'll get good before I'm any old at this." My brain's fried. I don't know. The quarantine's it's starting to take a toll. Anyway, thank you for joining me.
What's happening?
Not much. Just doing the 25th episode of Alone Together Tuesdays.
This is the 25th, huh?
I think that's right. And look how far we've come. Tonight we have overlays.
Yeah.
Got the little thing with the tip jar and my name and the name of the show. Callan did that. I thought that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Yeah, I'm still kind of half out.
Yeah, come on, man. Go. There we go. All right. Well, we recorded that song we just did here in this room on my Alone Together Sessions record, of which I think there's about 150 vinyl left, and then that's it. It's done. And they're going to be, for those of y'all that already ordered it, they're going to be here, I think sometime in November is what they've told me. It got delayed. They printed a bad batch.
A bad batch of records?
Yeah, they got a bad trip off of it. And, I don't know how they determine that.
Didn't sound good. Who checks?
Well, that's the question: is who's in charge of checking the record? I want that job. Put on the record and just go.
They didn't send you a test pressing?
No, I'm not exactly involved in this process. But anyway, so that song's on the record, and then this song as well. Somebody just said when you started this, you played left-handed. That's how long we've been doing this. I used to play left-handed, and Yeah, no more. Okay. Yeah, I've had a lot of time to learn new skills, like playing guitar right-handed. I've been throwing horseshoes over my left shoulder. It seems I spent all my life searching for that four-leaf clover.
Yet you ran with me, chasing my rainbows. Honey, I love you too, and that's the way love goes.
That's the way love goes, babe. That's the music God made for all the world to see. It's never all it grows. Losing makes me sorry. You say, honey, don't worry. And honey, I love you too. And that's the way love goes.
Chasing my rainbows. Honey, I love you too, and that's the way love goes. That's the way love goes, babe. That's the music God made
For all the world to see.
It's never all it grows.
Losing makes me sorry. And you say, honey, don't worry. And honey, I love you too. That's the way love goes. And honey, I love you too. And that's the way love goes. I like the yawn rattling cue at the end there. I don't know if I gave him a proper introduction or not. This is One-Eyed Willie Carll Moorer. Well, actually, he doesn't really have a last name. It's One-Eyed Willie. I think that's where we stopped it. On his papers, that's what it says.
He doesn't have papers. No papers on Willie.
At the vet.
Yeah.
And
Willie Moorer.
that's because he only has one eye. That's why we didn't just name him that randomly. He's one eye. He's a rescue, and we got him when we came to Nashville. And so he's the OG in the house. And then we got Winnie Bird. Winnie Bird, her last name is Carll. I claim her. And she's not allowed back here. She'll destroy everything. But if y'all are wondering where your contributions go,
Replacing things.
it's replacing things that Winnie destroys. So they know. They're up to speed on Winnie and her destruction. It's funny. What she did yesterday. Now the mail, we leave her on the porch some. She's got a bed out there and she just hangs out. But the downside to that is that the mail people, of which there's a lot because we order a lot of things, that they don't want to come into the yard because she's out there. She's huge. They don't know she's just this friendly puppy. And so they'll leave stuff out there, and then now she's taken to eating the packages that get dropped off.
Only mine.
Only hers. Yeah. Actually, she doesn't eat anything that belongs to me. Only things that Allison loves. So, anyways.
She would eat Willie if we
If we left them
Turned
all
our
in the room together, yeah. Well, baby, you had a beautiful show this Sunday, I thought.
Thanks.
Allison, every other Sunday, does a series called Soul Soothing Sunday Songs. And this week they're all great. But anyway, you can go back and watch that if you want to hear. If you want to hear more of her. Oh, hi, young man. What's up? It's funny. He ignores me most of the year, most of the time. And now the cameras are rolling. He's like, "Hey, we're pals. We're cool."
Excuse. All right, I should go check the soup.
Oh, baby.
I'm making tomato
Will you
soup.
sing another one with me? Will you sing one more
Sure.
before you go?
Yeah.
Or two?
1 or 2.
1 or 2?
2 is twice as many as 1.
That is, not only are you beautiful and talented, your arithmetic game is on point. Yeah, I don't know. I just want you to stay as long as I can get you. I bet they do too. I think half my audience just shows up in the hopes that you'll make an appearance.
I highly doubt that.
I think it's true. I think about 10% of them are waiting for Luke to come back from Australia, so Wild and Blue can be reperformed. I think we've made up at least 200 words during this pandemic. You make up 5 words a day. I make up 2.
I don't think I make up as many words as you think. You just think I'm making them up. Actually, I'm
They're actual words.
finding them in my brain.
All right, you
And
say
you
so.
think, you made that up.
You say so.
No. That's it.
They say everything can be replaced. They say every distance is not near. So I remember every face of every man who put me here. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, I shall be relieved. Should we take a second verse? They say every man must need protection. They say every man must fall. Yet I swear I see my reflection someplace so high above the wall. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, I shall be relieved. Standing next to me lonely crowd is a man who swears he ain't to blame. All day long I hear him cry loud, calling out that he was framed. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. So any day now, any day now, I shall be released. Very nice, very nice.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah. I've told y'all the story, I think, but we were walking in New York City one time, or you were by yourself, I guess. You came home and told me, and somebody sees you walking down the street. Am I getting this all wrong?
No, you're right.
Okay.
It's just funny.
Somebody sees Allison and looks her up and down and says, very nice, very nice. So sometimes I tell her that. Very nice, very nice. All right. Well, cheers, everybody. Welcome to Alone Together Tuesdays, episode 25. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. This is One-Eyed Willie making his, I don't know, he hadn't been on camera that much. We've been keeping him a secret.
Oh, my goodness.
Afraid somebody might abduct him.
Tell me about it. I know. Tell me. What's the news?
Well, will you do one more song with me while I got you?
If you want me to.
I do.
Okay. What you want to do?
Let's do American Dream. We haven't done that in a long time.
Okay.
Let's see. What key was it? I let the fire. Yeah, okay. I let the fire pour out the bottom. Ask the moonlight what it might have seemed. If it answered, I can't remember. I fell down into the American dream. Been too long in the devil's workshop, son. Riding the backbone for change of scenery. Here comes the horses through purgatory. They go down into the American dream. Summertime sunshine, shine on me. Won't you show me where I'm going? I found an old friend in El Dorado, like everything standing on a driving screen. Tumbleweed blowing through Paris, Texas. We fell down into the American dream. Dresses waving from a clothesline. Come Saturday evening, I have a place to be. I'll pick some flowers to take to her mama. I fell down into the American dream. Summertime sunshine, shine on me. Won't you show me where I'm going? I'm leaving San Francisco for New Orleans. I can hear that rooster crowing.
the story. Love and glory, gold and green. Nothing changes, even if it wants to. We go down into the American dream. We go time, baby. Montana, New Orleans. We go time, baby. Want somebody tell me what it means.
Willie seems to have enjoyed that.
I know. I don't know whether y'all are digging it or not, but I just got more engagement from this dog than I have in. How long have we had him?
Almost a year and a half.
Almost a year and a half. He just looked at me like he liked me for the first time.
Nice, that's
What a
nice.
breakthrough.
Yes. Music therapy.
Music therapy. I'm grateful.
Well, he has lots of trauma.
I know.
Well, we're going to go snuggle him up now.
All right.
Okay. Don't forget. Soup.
Soup.
Tomato soup.
All right. Well, as soon as the show's over,
Okay.
I'll come get it.
All right.
All right. Big hand for Allison Moorer. Woo! All right. Thank you, baby. Oh, well, that was cool. I love when Allison comes and sings with me. That was a song we wrote together from a record that she co-produced with me. So yeah, it's neat. It's fun. All right, let's see how y'all are doing. Let's see. I'm making homemade dog food right now. Yeah, I guess that's one way to do it. It gets expensive, I imagine. I know it does for Winnie. Let's see. Thanks so much for the impromptu parking lot show at the Duck. Dan, thank you. Yeah, for those of y'all, I think I told you last week, the week before, I went down to Texas for a series of shows, and I did the live stream. I did Alone Together Tuesday from the Mucky Duck in Houston, and then the next night I had 2 shows in the parking lot. And the first one went off okay. The second one, a big rainstorm came and everybody got drenched, which was a shame because the Mucky Duck is an indoor folk club, but they're just doing the best they can to try and stay afloat. And but then the rain passed. I was gonna reschedule the show, and then the rain passed, and I ended up just playing, I don't know, 75 minutes out in the parking lot, unplugged. So anyway, hopefully that worked. I'm not going to end up going back and doing the show. So if that was not satisfying to you, if you were in attendance and you don't feel like you got your money's worth, you can get a refund. If you did feel like you got your money's worth, thank you. I appreciate it. The Duck appreciates it, and I appreciate it because we're both can use the cash. So thank you very much for being there. But I totally understand if it wasn't your thing and you want your money back, you can have it. So, all right, how we doing, everybody? Let's see, how far into this are we? 54 minutes. All right, going for a minute. Time flies when there's a one-eyed chihuahua in the room. All right, let's see. I got a song that I want to do here that let's see if I can find it. I'm missing the lyrics, and I think I need the lyrics. It's been a long time since I've done it. That earlier, Allison and I played a cover, I Shall Be Released. It's a Bob Dylan song. And that was the 4th song I think I ever played in public. The first song I ever played in public was No Woman, No Cry. Bob Marley. at a drag show beauty contest in Conway, Arkansas. And then after that, it was Walkin' Blues, Robert Johnson. And then Don't Think Twice, It's Alright by Bob Dylan. And then I think after that, it was I Shall Be Released by Bob Dylan. Where were we? Okay, I was going to do a Conway Twitty song. But before I do that, I can't find the lyrics here. Sorry, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find them. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, yeah. This is one of those songs that I kind of want to like... I mean, Conway was such a force. It's such a aura, and it was one of those things that's like almost over the top, and it's like kind of Tom Jones in a way, with the sex appeal and the hairspray. But the guy could sing like nobody's business, and did it in multiple forms for a long time. I mean, he started out in rock and roll and rockabilly, ended up in country, and anyway, this is a song that I always loved, and it's kind of, I don't know, I don't want anybody to think I'm making fun of it, because I'm not. I love this song so much, and I love this style of songwriting and the way he sang it. But it's funny in a way, because it's just putting it out there in a way that people don't really do anymore. So let's see if I can do this. We'll get through it, and then I enjoyed taking questions last week, so I'll take a few after this song here, if y'all got anything you want to hear. Let's see. There's a lot of ways of saying what I want to say to you. There's songs and poems and promises and dreams that might come true. But I won't talk of starry skies, moonlight on the ground. I'll come right out and tell you I just love to lay you down. Lay you down and softly whisper pretty love words in your ear. Lay you down and tell you all the things a woman likes to hear. And I'll let you know how much it means just having you around. Darling, I'd love to lay you down. There's so many ways your sweet love's made this house into a home. You've got a way of doing little things that turn me on, like standing in the kitchen and your faded cotton gown, with your hair all up in curlers. I'd still love to lay you down. Lay you down and softly whisper pretty love words in your ear. Lay you down and tell you all the things a woman loves to hear. And I'll let you know how much it means just having you around. Darling, I'd love to lay you down. Showing in your face, your auburn hair is faded and silver takes its place. You look just as lovely and I'll still be around. And darling, if I can, I'd still love to lay you down. Lay lay you down and softly whisper pretty love words in your ear. Lay you down and tell you all the things a woman loves to hear. I'll let you know how much it means just having you around. Darling, I'd love to lay you down. Lay you down and softly whisper a pretty love words in your ear. Lay you down and tell you all the things. It modulates, and I forgot to work up that part, and then lay you down and softly whisper pretty love words in your ear. Lay you down and tell you all the things your woman loves to hear. I'll let you know how much it means just having you around. Oh, darling, I'd love to lay you down. I love that so much. It makes me happy. Conway, Twitty. And just this verse, I mean, just as a songwriter, when a whole lot of Decembers are showing in your face, your auburn hair is faded and silver takes its place, you'll be just as lovely and I'll still be around. And darling, if I can, they're old, yeah, I'd still love to lay you down. I mean, how sexy is that? It's romantic too. It's like, you know, it's just, what can you say? What can you say? Conway, Twitty. I don't know who wrote that song. I need to look it up. I should do more research. I have a hard time. I'm busy during the week, trying to get going. Anyway. All right. I want to take some questions. Before I do, though, I forgot to mention, we did not get the new postcard up for the pre-show credits in time. Let me see if this works here. Can y'all see that? Yeah. So that is this week's postcard. It's from Seattle, where Hayes spent a lot of time staring at the ground while wearing a leather jacket. Support the show through Venmo or PayPal and get a signed card mailed to you. So there we go. There you go. I'm going to post that again later and at the end. Let's see, how do I get out of here? Wow, that's the first time I ever did that. Like I made a thing happen. That's exciting. So yeah, that's this week's postcard, which is the 9th or the 11th postcard. I don't know. For those of y'all who have been following the show for a while now, you know I've been putting out new postcards every week. And I've got a stock here. This is funny. So I buy them in bulk. And I think this is 500. And I get them of each postcard. So anyway, I have thousands of these things. I'm never going to go through them all, but I've got them just so I don't have to reorder them for the weeks that I can't come up with a new postcard. Anyway, last week I made a donation for $500 to the Middle Tennessee Food Bank. I told y'all I would for a percentage of the tips that came in. And I also sent $3,000 to Feed the Frontlines. The t-shirt program we've been doing, if you bought the t-shirt, the proceeds were going to go to Feed the Frontlines. So after I paid for the t-shirts, there was almost $3,000 there. So we donated that, and I'm going to have it sent, half of it to a police department in Houston and half of it to a hospital in Houston. So, guys, I really appreciate y'all supporting me, supporting Allison during this time. It's been a lifesaver, but we are blessed. We really are, and it feels really good to be able to take some of those contributions and give them to people that really truly need it. So thank you for sharing your hard-earned money with us and letting us give some of that back to the community. So anyway, that's that. All right, I've been talking for a while. Let's see what. See if you guys have any questions. Anything happening here? Have y'all considered doing a duets disc? Your voices complement each other well. Well, thank you, Sarah. Yes, we have considered that, and we probably will at some point. Let's see. He's waiting for you to play some Slobberbone. I guess that's a reference to Willie. Slobberbone. I'm gonna digress here, but Slobberbone was a band from Denton, Texas. And I had a really surreal experience with them once. I was in Amsterdam, or in Utrecht, Holland, at this Blue Highways Festival. And I ended up getting high. There was, you're in Amsterdam. So, and stumbling around this hotel that had a big theater in it. And I was lost, completely lost at midnight. And I opened this door, not knowing where it goes. I'm just trying to get my way back to my room. And I walk in, and it's a side door to a theater, like a 1,000-seat theater, with a 8-foot raised stage. And Slobberbone from Denton, Texas is playing. And I just walk right up there. There's like 8 people in the crowd, or 20 people. I don't know what it was. Not a lot of people. And I walk up, and I'm just staring at them. And they just put on this badass rock concert in Utrecht, Holland. It was the weirdest thing. On that same trip, Scott Miller, I don't know if you are Scott Miller fans. I love Scott Miller. I think he's one of the smartest, most rockinest, funniest dudes. He had a drummer named Sean, who I think plays with Chris Knight now. And Sean had... they had gone into Amsterdam and had some fun and came back. And I hadn't seen Sean in several months. And he started talking to me in this funny voice. And he was like, hey, Hayes, how's it going? And I thought he was just stoned and was messing with me. And it turned out, so I was like, oh, yeah, fine. And I'm just kind of having fun. And it turned out he had blown out his vocal cords and was talking like Mickey Mouse. And it was like an actual serious medical issue. So... Anyway, that's how I do generally. I'm always stepping in it pretty regularly. Okay, let's see. Okay, Kate says our singing and guitar are a little fuzzy. Are any of y'all else getting that? Y'all tell me. I'm technically challenged, so y'all let me know if this is not working. That is not Winnie barking. That is the neighbor dog. There's a blue tick healer. That's not right. It's a blue tick. Anyway, it's a barking dog. It barks a lot. It howls, actually. It doesn't bark. Okay. San Antonio show was amazing. Thanks, Carol. Carol, it was really good to see you there. It was a weird show for me, but Kate, I want to do Southern accent. I just forgot to work it up. I'm going to do it next time. Is One-Eyed Willie a Goonies thing? No, his name's Willie and he has one eye, so we added the one-eye part to it. Although I love Goonies. Let's see. Sending Hendrix 86 Rev Room South on Main, Little Rock, well wishes. All right, thank you. I'm sorry, I'm gonna do a couple more here, and then we'll get back to singing. A drag show beauty contest in Arkansas is quite a visual. Yes, it was. Let's see here. I used to love the impromptu parking lot concert. Man, I wish I could read all these. I wish I had time to go through all this. This probably is not very engaging watching me scroll through my Facebook feed, but and the YouTube comments. But I don't know. I love this stuff. Well, we'll figure it out. Let me get caught up to present here, and all right, sounds fine. Coonhound, yes, thank you. That's what he is. He's a coonhound. All right. Okay. Let's see. All right, I saw a lot of folks asking for Jerry Jeff Walker tributes, and you know, I grew up with Jerry Jeff, but I'm gonna play one of my songs for him. It's interesting. I still remember being in high school. I used to have this book about Texas singer-songwriters. And out of all the people that were in it, he was the one that I remembered. It was a photo of him, and the little, each songwriter sort of had a page to themselves and a little story. And his was that he was underneath this bar table after a long night, and he'd been beaten up by some bikers or something, and he had a handful of pills and a bottle of whiskey, and everybody was gone, and he was underneath there just, you know, challenging them still and laughing and saying, "Is that all you got?" And I don't know if that was true, if that happened. I never, I just met him in passing. I know Django a little bit, but I really got to know Jerry Jeff. But I listened to his stuff a lot, and I know a lot of my friends like Todd and Jack Ingram, Todd Steiner and Jack Ingram, he was a massive influence on them. And I can see it. I can see why. He was an original. He was unique. He was one of a kind. He did things his way. And he made it sound fun. Like he enjoyed himself. And like that was the place to be. And you know, I remember when I was younger that Carpe Diem was seize the day was my motto, and I wanted to make sure I had lived life to the fullest. When I died, I didn't want to have regrets. I didn't want to look back. And I didn't know Jerry Jeff, but everything I did know about him, I think he lived life to the fullest. So, after all these years of running round, flying high and falling down, well, the time has come at last to rest my heart and ease my past. I'm gonna leave these blues behind for some other fool to find. He won't care and I don't mind. Hide me, babe, hide me, babe. Darling, don't you cry tonight. The moon is full and the world is right. I've loved more than my share. I took the pain and I called it fair. So I'm gonna lay down all my fears, my highway shoes and my rambling tears. They can shout it down the line. I can't lose what was now mine. And I'll make a toast to Jerry Jeff. We're better than some, little harder than most. I can't do that. I can't toast and not drink. To Jerry Jeff. Godspeed. I raise my glass and I'll make a toast. We're better than some, little harder than most. Left our mark on every town. We chased a dream and we stood our ground. That I can't do those things no more. Not the way I've done before. The same winds that brought me through can take me back the long way too. These years are running round, a flying high and a falling down. Well, the time has come at last to rest my heart and ease my past. I'm gonna leave these blues behind for some other fool to find. He won't care and I don't mind. Hide me, babe, hide me, babe. Damn. All right. The Jerry Jeff Walker, one of a kind. One of a kind. Man, he influenced so many folks. It's incredible when you think about it. I hadn't thought about him in quite some time, and then when he, I was talking to Todd the other day, and he was just telling me about like what a big influence he had and on him, and then when he passed, I just watching all the tributes from everybody, it reminded me, it took me back to how it felt when I listened to him. I only saw him one time. I went to college in 1999, and he played just outside of Little Rock. I don't even remember where, but I went by myself. And I had a shirt. I bought a shirt with the $20 that I had. I snuck into the show. I didn't buy a ticket. Snuck into the show, but I spent the $20 I had on a t-shirt that I wore for a long time. Anyway, I'll get you back on the other side. Jerry. Oh, all right. Well, what a legend. Let's see. What should we play? What should we play? Y'all request something. The first thing that I see, I might do. I'll tune up. Give y'all a chance to put in your selections. Just Breathe. I'm not sure I know that, but I feel like it's not one of mine. Or something I know. All right. Any Other Way. Okay. Yeah, we'll try this. I get up around 5:30, spilling coffee on my knee, and I sit out on the front porch, watch the sunrise through the trees. Nowhere to go all day to get there, not a thing I need, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, she said she'd stay forever, but she lied. Oh, she couldn't keep a straight face if she tried. Told me that she loved me and that she's someone else's bride. I wouldn't have it any other way. Ain't it funny what gets you where you're going? Who's to say what's right or what is wrong? Ain't nobody knows how life's gonna happen. Only thing to do is live it till it's gone. I get way too stoned. Oh, we start trading stories, and it's on, and I swear I've left a piece of me down every road I've gone, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Up on the mountain and I've fallen in the pit. I have looked love in the eye and seen the other side of it. I spend most of my time just laughing at a joke nobody gets, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Ain't it funny what gets you where you're going? Who's to say what's right or what is wrong? Ain't nobody knows how life's gonna happen. Only thing to do is live it till it's gone. It's a big old beautiful universe, and I'm happy where I am. I got supper in the oven and a cold drink in my hand. I take naps when I want to and go dancing when I can, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Ain't it funny what gets you where you're going? Who's to say what's right or what is wrong? Ain't nobody knows how life's gonna happen. Only thing to do is live it till it's gone. Only thing to do is live it till it's gone. And I wouldn't have it any other way. All right, that's another Patreon song, and I have to laugh because I recorded that again with Jed Hughes, another Australian friend of mine. I have a lot of Australian friends. I don't know how that worked out, but on the recording, on that line, I take naps when I want to and I go dancing when I can. For some reason, I got real intense about it on the recording, so it's I take naps when I want to and go dancing when I can. And it's a little embarrassing when I hear the recording. But you too can hear the recording if you sign up for Patreon. There's 19 songs and that I've released through Patreon. If you're gonna do it though, I would actually wait. If money is a factor, I would wait until the 1st because the charges come on the 1st. So if you wait till the 1st, you won't get charged for like 3 days worth of access. And we're also building a page. We have a new website coming out hopefully this week. And I'm going to have all the videos, all the songs, all the content on Patreon in one place. So people can go to it that are patrons. Anyway, that's going to be cool. Let's see. Did I miss Nunya? No, you didn't miss Nunya. You didn't miss Nunya. Let's do that one. I asked you where you'd been and you said none. None of your business, don't you ask no more. You said if you would do a better job of listening, then maybe you will understand why I'm at the door. You just had to paint the front porch ceiling turquoise. You said that's the way we do it in the South. You claimed it keeps out all the evil spirits. Sometimes I can't believe the words coming out your mouth, but I try because I want to know your heart the best way that I can. Through the laughter and the pain and the sometimes just insane. Girl, all I wanna do is be your man. Sometimes we'll pretend like we are strangers out there meeting up for the first time. And I'll be a doctor or a secret agent, just hoping that you'll laugh with me as I throw out my lines. I used to tell myself that I had it covered, that everything was where it needs to be. But then you showed up and you looked me over, and now I see, oh I see, now I see, but darling I see. And so I try because I need to know your heart the best way that I can. For the laughter, for the pain, for the way you call my name. Girl, all I wanna do is be your man. I asked you where you been and you said none yet. None of your business, don't you ask no more. All right, that was Nunya. Thank you, everybody, for the request. I'm going to look back here real quick and see if there's anything missing. Let's see. Play You Get It All. John, I thank you for the tip. I already played You Get It All. I think I started the show with that. Hey from Boston. Hey James, good to see you. Late joining. Did I miss Nunya? Well, hopefully not. Bible on the Dash. Yeah, you know what? I just texted with Corb today. I send Corb Lund. So he's got a song, 2 songs on his new record, one about bears and one about rats, one called Rat Patrol. Because in Alberta, it turns out, who knew, they have no rats because there's like government people or I don't know, there's folks that walk around and kill rats. Like that's their job. That's their gig. And then he's got a lot of songs about bears. And so I just take him to where anytime I have a news story, I find a news story about a bear or a rat, I send it to Corb. And there's a lot more about bears. For a while, it was like every day I was sending him some story of somebody like, somebody eating a picnic lunch and then there's a bear behind them, whatever. But this one was about a bus driver in Brooklyn who fell through a sinkhole. This is a horrible story. If you're squeamish, you might want to tune out right now. Guy fell through a sinkhole in Brooklyn, 15 feet, was on the ground, and in the bottom of this hole, this is the horrific part, were all these rats, like massive rats, and he was pinned down. And the rats just started crawling all over him, and the interview was with his mom. He couldn't talk, he was too traumatized. The interview with his mom saying he wanted to scream, but he couldn't, because he was afraid the rats would crawl into his mouth. Oh. And so he was recuperating, but he was traumatized, which I would be traumatized. I'm traumatized just telling the story. Anyway, they got him out. He's okay. He broke his arm or something, but like there was this pit of rats. Anyway, I forwarded the story to Corb. So Yeah. Yes, I'm going to get to that song, but it reminds me of a thing. Again, on Patreon, sorry, I'm plugging this all day. And again, wait till the first to sign up if you haven't signed up yet. But I do this thing. For those of y'all that aren't familiar with Patreon, I release a song a month, like an unreleased song that nobody's ever heard before through there. So the patrons are the only people that get it, and there's 19 of them now, although some of them ended up on my last record. But there's like 6 or 7 that have never been heard by anybody else. But then I also do these video series. One's called What's Hayes Going On About, where I pick one of my songs that you do know, and I tell the story behind it, and I talk for like up to 30 minutes about how it was written, who wrote it with, any interesting anecdotes about it, what it's about, etc. And then I have another thing called Songs I Love, where I record songs that mean a lot to me. And then the third video series is called Memorabilia Mondays. And this Monday, the idea is I take pieces of memorabilia from my career or my life, and I tell a story behind them. And this Monday, Buddha took a fall. We did this sweater, the Came Out Yo-Yo sweater. So I told the story behind it, how I got it, how it ended up on the record cover. Anyway, it's funny. So the Cliff Notes version, in case you don't want to become a patron, I'll just go ahead and give this to you. $50 in an LA thrift store. And the photo shoot was the next day. And at the end of the night, we went to Los Angeles. And I asked if I could put this on, and I had the guy take some photos of me, and ended up being the cover. The cover to this record, Came Out Yo-Yo, which I just squished a minute ago, or bent out of shape. That's the only copy I have of it. Anyway, that's just some of the things you can get on Patreon. So if you're interested in all that kind of stuff, the stories behind the songs, new songs, or stories behind the just stuff from my career, you can get all that there. Sorry, but what the point of that was, I wore that sweater. I've only worn it 3 times since the video shoot. One was one of those times was to vote in the 2016 election. One of them was the other day when I did the Memorabilia Monday episode, and the third time was in the Corb Lund video for the song that we wrote called Bible on the Dash, which I'm about to play for you right now. So, here we go. Two nights stand in Tulsa, pulling out and headed west. Brady grabbed the Gideons from the motel in the desk, and we said, "What's the matter, brother? Are you worried about your soul?" He said, "Better safe than sorry, boys. That's just how I roll." We hit the road feeling cool as Crosby, Stills, and Nash, overflowing with the Spirit and the Bible on the dash. Well, we pulled the whole thing over for the flashing red and blues. Police came to the window. We said, "Have you heard the news?" He said, "Don't get smart with me, boy. Why you doing 95? My foot is heavy with redemption. I'm just blessed to be alive." He said, "I ought to pull you out of there and beat you black and blue." I placed my hand upon the good book. Said, "What would Jesus do?" It's better than insurance registration or line. Better than these fake IDs that keep on buying. Even better than an envelope stuffed with cash. They always said it saved me, that old Bible on the dash. Well, around these parts, that hair alone will make probable cause. If you're moving through my county, you'll obey my earthly laws. We did our best to quote some holy writ, chapter and verse. What kind of music you boys making? We said, "Christian music, sir." What he thought about it, contemplated, twirled his cob mustache. "Alright, you boys, be careful now, just don't drive quite so fast. It's better than insurance registration or line. better than these fake IDs I keep on buying. Even better than an envelope stuffed with cash. They always said it saved me, that old Bible on the desk. Crossing at the border, a few months later, we heard freeze. Pull in over there, son, we're gonna do some search and seize. Maybe if we'd been more famous, they'd have said just move along. If they'd have seen us on the TV, if we'd have had hit single songs. He's just about to ask us, where's the money, guns, and hash? I was hoping that it saved me, that old Bible on the dash. Well, his hand was on his pistol and his dog was on his leash. And his shepherd, he was keeping a pretty close eye on his sheep. We got a list we gonna look at, see if we can't find your names. We got parabolic laser beams, here's everything you say. We got ultraviolet x-rays, they can see right through your bus. Well, I guess we'll see if the good Lord's truly watching over us. It's better than a green card, better than lying, better than these fake IDs that keep on buying. Even better than an envelope stuffed with cash. Lord, I'm at the border with the Bible on the dash. That's that. There you have it. All right, everybody. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Alone Together Tuesday. Yeah, episode 25. I hope you had a good time. We're going to keep doing these. Although, I don't know. Next week's the election. You know, I'll probably be home watching the returns. We'll see. I'll let you know. I'll decide by tomorrow if we're going to do it next week. I hate to break the streak, but I don't know. Anyway, yep. As Ray says, the days I keep my gratitude higher than my expectations are good days. And I'm very grateful today. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. Y'all take care of yourselves, take care of each other. And I'll see you soon. All right. Adios. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Check this out. Here it is again. Whoop. All right. And here is our going out video.
Hey, if you're nobody's business or your front page news, a folk, rock, country, alternative blues, tell your truth however you choose, and do it all for the sake of the song. Yeah, hitchhiking, bus riding, rental cars, living rooms, coffee houses, rundown bars, 10,000 people all alone under the stars. It's all for the sake of the song. And there's a man who wrote your cheating heart. Now he's lying through his toe, and he plays it on a stolen harp. It's soaked in 100 proof. And there's one who might be happy, but for the writer's curse, she lost the crowd's attention by the 42nd verse. And it's a traveling salesman, the girl next door, from the empty room to the third encore. Less is less until more is more, and it's all for the sake of the song. And there's a young man on the marquee. Yeah, he's the son of some well-known. And his father embarked a tour bus so he could strike out on his own. And there's the brooding contradiction. Yeah, he's holding Van Gogh's ear, and he's taped it to his guitar in the hopes someone will hear his black berets and nudie suits. The next big thing, oh, getting back to your roots. High tops, flannels, or duct tape boots, and it's all for the sake of the song. There's a legend, yeah, there's the best that's ever been. And there's the voice of a generation who won't pass this way again. And there's record deals and train seals and puppets on a string. And we're all just trying to figure out what makes the cage bird sing. It's lights, camera, on with the show. Lifetime to get ready, now go, okay, go. Oh, where it all ends, nobody knows, but it's all for the sake of the song. So if you know about his business or your front page news, folk, rock, country, old Delta blues, tell your truth however you choose, and do it all for the sake of the song.